here, and in today's video, I am trapped. No, really. I have been trying to film a Happy Home Paradise video, but I do not have any ideas for the restaurant. That, however, does not matter. Lottie is determined to have me decorate a restaurant right now. And that's the one thing, like the one little pet peeve I have about the facilities in this game is like whenever Lottie decides that you can unlock and decorate a new facility, you are going to unlock and decorate that new facility. You're not getting out of it. If you try to leave, she will stop you and say, wait a second, you didn't tell me what you want to do yet. You are stuck here. You are trapped. You need to finish what you have started. And if you go over to her and you tell her you need a little bit more time, you're not going to be able to finish it today, she says, I get it. Just do your best. Do your best, but do not leave. You are not allowed to escape this room until it is tip-top, perfectly done and ready. Even if you try to explain to her that you're finished, that you're done, you quit and you can't do this anymore, she says, oh, it looks like we don't have all the necessary furniture in place. We'll need to try a bit harder and harder and harder until it is complete. Now, I have been trapped in this empty base of a restaurant for 2.5 weeks with absolutely no ideas what to do with it. And for some reason, it's 1 a.m. while I'm filming this, I decided why not turn my restaurant into the inside of a taxi. Now I could go as far as to use something like the train window wall to really make this like the inside of a taxi, but that's not really what my idea is. It's more so just a color scheme of like a classic yellow and black taxi. For some reason that really intrigued me. So essentially what I'm planning on doing is creating a rooftop restaurant, so we'll go ahead and use the cityscape wall in here, which by the way is one of my favorite wallpapers in the game. I love all of the 3D wallpapers. I think they look so nice. And yellow provides a really nice contrast with blue, so I figured I would combine the two colors into one space. Now this design is mostly going to be black and white, just with some pops of yellow, just to add a little something. I'm gonna start out by creating a little kitchen. Yes, there is technically an actual kitchen in the back room, but that's not important right now because kitchens look super cute and cozy. So I'm gonna place a brick oven over in the corner here. I have it customized to be black so that it matches its surroundings. I also went ahead and I placed some of these little yellow tile mats here just to add a little spice to this area. Now to further separate my little kitchen corner from the rest of the room, I'm also going to add some little countertops just to create a cute little frame around the oven space. I'm also going to go ahead and customize this to be black and dark wood because I feel like that matches really well. I really like the wooden countertop on these. I feel like it brings in the wood from the logs in the fireplace, and it also just brings in another texture to the build. Now it wouldn't be a proper countertop restaurant bar space without some little stools, so I'm just using the cool chairs for this. I feel like they look really nice. I really wish I had some more of the items unlocked. Like I don't have the menu board unlocked yet, which I thought was really interesting. It's one of the ceiling items you can get in the game, but I haven't gotten it yet even though I am building a restaurant, so I'm not sure when you get it. Maybe it's when you build the cafe, maybe it's one of the villager homes, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use some hanging light bulbs around the counter space for now, and in the future I would want to put a menu board here. But you know what, this will do for now. I feel like the hanging light bulbs are kind of a vibe. They're another one of the new items from the 2.0 update, and I really like them. Well, I guess all of the ceiling items really are from the 2.0 update since we never had them before. Also, I think I'm going to move this a little bit closer to the wall. So just like that, and that. And then we'll just move the lights above them as well. Next, to make this space a little bit more alive, I'm just going to place some dishes out as if some people have been eating them at the countertop. And then just to even further dignify the space, I think it would be quite cool to have a pillar, like in the corner. And then rather than putting the countertops like this, even though they do meet relatively well, there is a little gap, I'm actually going to go ahead and put a column right on the corner here, just to even further show that this is its own special area. And let's go ahead and use, is there black brick? No, there's black stone marble though. That'll do, that looks quite nice. Then on the wall, I guess we can just hang up some pots and pans. And I like to position these so that the pan is just sticking out from behind the oven there. Looks like somebody could easily grab it if they're working in the kitchen. And to play into my very random taxi theme that I'm doing for this build, I'm also going to put this light board here, but I'm going to customize it with my own little design that I just drew it quickly, which is kind of like, I don't know, when I think of a taxi, this is what I see. I just see a yellow chessboard basically. But I think having that kind of rotating along the back wall here looks quite nice. I was originally thinking about having it going all the way across the wall like that, but when you're playing you can barely see it because it's so high up, so I actually think it's a bit better to have it lower, so you can actually see it. But because the door frame is there, you can't have it going all the way across unless you did something like this, but then you still won't be able to have it on the edges because it's 2 blocks wide. So what I'm going to do instead is put some studio lamps on the corners because I feel like they give off a really nice lighting effect. Like I really like look at that, they have kind of like a spotlight effect going down. Wait, it's literally called Stylish Wall Spotlight. It is a spotlight. Of course it has a spotlight effect. Well, in any event, I do think it looks really nice, so I'm just gonna put those on the edges to finish them up. And then to change things a little bit above the door, I'm just gonna put like a little entrance exit sign. Then above the door, I'm gonna put a little exit sign, but I don't really like the green here just because it almost looks like it's yellow, like the sign's next to it, but it's just not. And I want to bring in some more contrast, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it red just to bring in something a little bit different. It also makes it more clear that it's a sign labeling a door, which I think is probably pretty realistic. Like usually when there's an exit sign in a building, especially if there's like a fire or something, you want people to be able to find it and to find it easily and to find it quickly. So I think that's pretty noticeable. Hopefully there's no fires here though. Next I'm gonna create some little areas for villagers to sit while they're having their meals. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide some of the cool furniture. I really like the cool furniture for this build. I think it looks really nice. I think this is kind of like the New Horizons version of the sleek set from the previous games. A couple of the furniture sets in this game seem to be kind of like remastered and renamed versions of previous ones. For example, I'm pretty sure the antique set is meant to be the classic set from the older games. The cute set is the lovely set. And the simple set is the minimalist set. Anyways, continuing our design, to add in another little pop of yellow, I'm just gonna put a small rug right here. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it's really like all the little differences that make the big change, you know? Just to further emphasize it, I'm also gonna add a ceiling lamp above the area that's yellow, which again just brings in that little bit of pop that we're going for. I'm also gonna grab a little dish for them to nom on. And now I'm gonna block off this area. So I just created it and now I'm gonna immediately cover it up with some wall partitions. And then we'll swoop over to the back here. And so the idea I had is that the front bit here would be kind of like the main sitting area part of the restaurant. And then back here would kind of be like the more cozy, low-key area. So I thought it would be cool to have a bookshelf here, but the only bookcase in the game is this one. And it doesn't come in a black, yellow, or any sort of modern color. Like it kind of has a more vintage feel to it no matter how you customize it. So then I thought about using this bookshelf, but again, it doesn't really match the color theme. It doesn't come in black. Now it does look kind of cool in blue. Like I'm not mad about the yellow-blue combination. I think it looks quite nice. It's, you know, it's kind of groovy. But I'm going for something even more modern than that. So I've decided to kind of make my own bookshelf using the iron shelf and then just putting some books on top of it. I also customized the books to be black to kind of go with the theme a bit better, but that's kind of like my own little makeshift reading nook. I just feel like that looks a little bit more industrial. Then I'm gonna go ahead and place a monster next to it. And the reason I'm picking this plant is it's the only plant I've unlocked so far that has a little bit of yellow in it. So as you can see, there's not that much yellow in the build, but where it is, it really does bring in that little pop of life. So let's go ahead and switch back to the front here. And now I'm gonna create the front part of the restaurant just by duplicating the space back here. So sometimes in restaurants there'll be a little table where you can go and get like ketchup or like extra salt and pepper. And I figured if a restaurant is gonna have a table for condiments, it would probably be around the front so people can access it easily. So that's what I'm thinking I'll put here. I just need to figure out which table I want to use for it. So maybe something like this could work. And it does have a black option, so that's perfect. There's not exactly a ketchup or mustard item, but I'm just gonna place this little revolving spice rack there, and that'll be our condiment assortment. Let's see what customizations it has. Orange and silver. I think the silver looks nice. Very modern. Then whenever I have a corner, I tend to place a plant in it. It's important though to have greenery. There is another slot here though. How about this? Let's move the plant to the side, and then let's place a garbage bin, because that would be pretty important. You don't want people to just leave their trash in random places. But I don't want to put it in the center of the room, so this corner might just be perfect for it. And I believe that this one, yes, it does have a yellow customization, so it ties into our theme. Now, unfortunately, you can't place wall items on wall partitions, but you can place ceiling items in front of them to make it look like there's wall items on them. So what I'm gonna do to spice this area up some more is place some horizontal curtains and then customize them. And while the curtains do already add a little bit to that space, there's no glow. Something I really love in this game is the lighting. I use it a lot in my builds, but I feel like it's such a cool feature. You should play with it a bit. So I like to add lighting pretty much anywhere I can. So to add some glow to this area, I'm gonna place some spotlights right in front of the curtains as close to them as possible. But I don't actually want random lights on the ceiling there, so I'm gonna rotate them around. So it almost looks like they're clamps holding up the curtains, but it also places some more light and some more emphasis on that window area, which I really like. Now I just have to give the front seating areas their rugs. And of course we can't forget their little lamps. Then for this side, since I already have a lot of food back there, I'm gonna switch things up and place a laptop to show that people also come to this restaurant to do their work sometimes. And I think that is good. So the last thing we can do here is just play a bit with the lighting. So if we turn the lights off, you can see all of our lights that are glowing. And another cool thing that was added in Happy Home Designer specifically is this option where you can change the overall lighting effects. Look how good the plant looks with the pink shining on the leaves. And we can also change the intensity of the lights, so make it really bright pink, tone it down a bit. So that's a really cool way to bring some other colors into a space. The blue light here really emphasizes that contrast between the blue and yellow. To me, this lighting looks like the moon is super big and bright tonight. It's a big full moon, and all the light is shining in through the windows. And even when you turn the lights off, it still has this really nice effect with all of the lamps that we placed. It's really hard to decide which lighting style is my favorite though. After all this time being trapped though, we can finally tell Lottie that we have finished. How are things going? I'm finished. Oh, it looks like we don't have all the necessary furniture in place. We'll need to try a bit harder. What? What are we missing? Oh, a cash register. Oh, well that's not bad. We can just pop one onto the counter. Easy peasy. Now we're done. Let's decide who'll be working here. Oh my goodness, that's cool. Oh, and you can get them to match outfits? Okay, I'll go call the restaurant staff. Wait, before we do this, we need to give our new restaurant a name. If you have any ideas, I want to hear them. Or if you don't right now, we can name it later. How about we do it this way? Leave a comment down below. Lemoning? Lemons are good. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think we should name the restaurant. We'll get back to you on that, Lottie. Oh, we're gonna get a little cutscene. Cute. I love these. Like when we do like a little house tour. Restaurant. Oh my goodness, look at Zucker. He's having his little dish there. Here we can see the dining hall. For a second there, I thought Willow was carrying a watering pot, and I was like, well, maybe she could be watering that plant there, now that I think about it, but a teapot makes a little bit more sense. Oh, no. Let's not tour the kitchen. I figured we could save the kitchen for another day. It's not exactly ready for evaluation. I brought the restaurant staff. I also thought it'd be good to bring a few diners along. This place really turned out fantastic. I can't wait to see how well it photographs. And now we can take a picture together to celebrate the opening of the restaurant. This is so adorable. Thank you very much. Now that we have our own restaurant, this little island seems bigger than ever. I feel like the sky's the limit for us. We should also hear some words from the one who was in charge of this project. What have you got to say to us? I am finally free. I am so happy. Thank you. And last but not least, let's take that celebratory photo. That is so cute. Oh my goodness, I love the little jump at the end. Our little eatery is bustling and it's only the first day. It sure helps that everything on the menu sounds amazing. I kind of want to go to this restaurant as well, if the food is that delicious. I'm pretty sure all of the dishes that I placed there was pasta, and pasta is my favorite food, so I probably would really enjoy that restaurant. Well, I guess that concludes today's episode, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next video, in which we are going to be analyzing the backstory of Cube. So there's this new series I recently started where I take your villager requests and then I look further into like their backstories, their personalities, their history, how they were created, just some information about the villager you wouldn't normally think about or usually know. And so next week's episode is going to be about the penguin villager Cube, but I'd really like to feature some of your content, so if you have any pictures of Cube or videos of him or anything related to that, even like if you draw him yourself, I'd really like to feature that in the video. So if you have anything you'd like to be featured in that video, please feel free to reach out to me over on Instagram. I'll have a link in the description of this video. You can also join the Discord server, which I'll also have a link down below, and just message me through there. Anyways, I'll see you next week. Thank you again so much for watching. Remember to stay hydrated and have a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye everybody!